Hello and welcome to Junk Journal Inspirations. My name is Emily and I'm here with part 5, I believe, of my junk mail envelope journal sort of tutorial process video, whatever you'd like to call it. And we have finished putting everything together. And we did that in the last video. Oh no! Oh no. Well, that's horrible. Oh my gosh. Do you see this? Do you see this? It tore my window envelope. I think it was that. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? We can always fix it. So we'll get back to that later. Okay, anyway, here is the rest of it put together. All right, and then we had our journal part here that we made, and I have mine just clipped with a bulldog clip to hold it together. So what we're going to do today is we're going to ignore that boo-boo on the inside. Oh, I'm so upset by that. I'm going to take this clip out. We need to add something to our spine here. And what I've done is I've taken a piece of muslin and I have sewn a piece of crocheted trim onto it. So there are 3, I don't know if you can see my stitching. I've stitched down the middle and then down both sides. And I'm just gonna put that here to, one, cover up, because we glued our flap here, right? So this will cover that up for aesthetic purposes. And then it will also, the fabric itself will make the spine sturdier. So the way that I like to do this is I just add glue, and I'm going to use my Magnatac, but Fabri-Tac, whatever glue you normally use, I'm just going to run that right along my spine here. Sorry, some of this will probably be out of frame, only because this journal is rather tall. I feel like most of the videos I've done in this series, I'm out of frame a lot, and I apologize for that. It's a bit difficult to get close enough with the camera so that you can see what I'm doing, but also far enough out that everything is always in frame. Okay, now the lace that I put on the muslin is sort of a twofold. There's a twofold reason why I did that. The first reason is it's pretty, right? The second reason is I don't want the glue to show through the fabric. So I'm going to line it up with the top. So anyway, the lace will help hide any of that glue that seeps through. And now I'm just sort of doing my best to center that on my spine. I don't know if you can see there. Just sort of centering it. So we have some on the front and some on the back that we'll glue down in a moment. And then also to help with the glue seeping through, I don't push really hard. I just, kind of lightly push that into the glue. That way it doesn't, it's less likely to seep through. All right, so we have this whole extra bit here at the bottom. I'm going to just cut that off here. Let's see. It's easier to cut it now than after you've glued down the sides. You know what? I'm going to do it this way so I can better see what I'm doing. I don't want to cut my embroidery floss though. All right, so I'm just going to cut this off, and I'm okay if there's a little bit over. There we go. I'll save that for something. All right, so now what we can do is go ahead and glue the front piece here, right? So again, I'm going to add the glue to the paper. And I know that it comes out far enough to cover my little flappy piece. So that's kind of a good guide for me anyway, depending on what you're using. I think in the one that I made for the swap, I only used the crochet lace, and then I added some more lace to the front. All right, so then again, just gonna hold it closed. I'm gonna gently push that into the glue. And hopefully we won't get a whole bunch of seepage. There we go. Okay, I think that looks very pretty. And then we'll do the same thing on the back. And I'm just gonna kind of guess how far over that will go. And then after we get this done, we will add eyelets and our closure, which I'm just going to use some really pretty sari silk from Victorian Gypsy Girl on Etsy. And there we go. I'll just fold that over. All right. I think we are good to go. I think that looks really nice. And that will lend a lot of stability to the spine. It'll just give it some, you know, a little bit of heft there. All right, I'm not going to open it quite yet. What I'm going to do is, because I want it to dry just a little more, I'm going to zoom in now because everything else we're doing is going to be kind of more close up. So give me just a minute. Okay, so I have my Tim Holtz, well, I call it a centering ruler, but I'm not sure that that's the technical term for it. I am going to use that to mark where I want to add my eyelets. And I'm using the large eyelets from We Are Memory Keepers. They're still the 3/16 inch back here. They just are wider in the, you know, the top part. So I want to make sure that I'm far enough from the edge. Oops, I think these are, yeah, they're a good 1/2 inch. So I want to make sure that I go in far enough, and my guess would be that if we go in a 1/2 inch, actually let's just go in a 1/4 inch. That will be fine. Maybe just a hair more than a 1/4 inch. Okay. All right, and then I'm just gonna mark there. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the back. Okay. So just a hair more than a 1/4 inch. And center. I think I can see that. Okay, now we can go ahead and punch our holes. Let me change my little eyelet setting cubes here. Make sure I have the right ones. Whoops. Stay. Just a second. I'm not sure. That's not closing well. Okay, that's okay. It's fine. I'm going to use the 3/16 side to punch my holes. And then I can add my eyelet while I'm here. All right, just squeeze that once again. There we go. Okay, and then we will do the same thing on the front. Right, perfect. Okay, that looks nice. All right, and while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and just add the sari silk that I want to add. Let's see. I think we'll just do a single strand. Wait, hold on. No, I'm going to do it differently. Okay, so that piece and then that piece. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do, what I normally do, first of all, take off all these little extra strings, and I keep all of these because I'm a crazy person. I have a jar. I think I've said this before. It's like a candy jar full of just this stuff. I love it. All right, so I take all of that off. As much as I can anyway. There we go. All right, and then I am going to feed this through. And what I do is I just do a very simple loose knot, okay? Loose so that it doesn't cause, you know, like too much stress to the paper there and the eyelet. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the back side. Let's get rid of that. All right. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do, because this is pretty much it for the actual construction of the journal itself. So now is the fun part. We get to start decorating. But I want to show you how I made some of the things that were inside the swap journal. So then you've got this nice poofy bow here with lots of sari silk to play with. All right, let me trim too much here on the end. All right, there we go. So that is a very close-up of this very large journal, and I think our glue is probably good and dry here, so we can open it up. I'm still very upset about this whole situation, but we'll fix that later. And yeah, okay, we're good to go. Very nice. All right, I'm gonna set this aside. One of the things that I created in the swap journal was this paper bag, little, I don't know what you call it. I watched Dee Dee make it, but she watched somebody else make it. So I'm going to link to Dee Dee's video, and I'm pretty sure in that video she links to where she saw it. So anyway, it is super easy. Basically what you end up with is you glue just on this bottom part here and stick it into your journal, right? And then when it's stuck down, you can open this up and there can be goodies inside. It's so cool. And then it just folds down flat. I mean, obviously you don't want to put, 1,000 things in there, but it's a really cool idea. So you can make it a pocket, you can make it a side tuck, and then you can, so basically what I'm going to do today is tell you how to make it. So this is just a lunch bag, okay, that I cut the bottom off of. So when it's folded up, and you have your whole lunch bag right out to here, you just cut as close to this bottom part as you can without actually cutting it, and that you're left with this. So you want a basic rectangle shape, right? As close as you can get. Sometimes the lunch bags aren't very cooperative. And then all I'm going to do is kind of collage on here a bit. And I thought maybe you might like to watch that. I'll speed it up so you don't have to watch it in slow time. And then I'll show you how, what I do with it inside the journal. Okay, so I have all that collaged. And while I was doing that, I realized I should have just brought over a lunch bag to show you exactly what I mean. So what you do is I used my paper trimmer, but this end down here, like the bottom of the bag, you want to cut right above where, the bottom starts. I just leave a little bit because it's never quite even. That way, it doesn't show on this side. The bottom doesn't show. And then save this because you can use this for collage and such. Okay, and then what I do after that is you can use anything, a button, anything really that you want to use to indicate that this is to be lifted up, right? So I'm just going to use one of my milk caps. I do have these available in my Etsy shop if you are interested. And let's see, get off some of that glue. All right, and then I just want to put glue on the one side here. Okay, and then I just center it. You don't have to. And then before I start pushing it down, I just put my hands inside the bag so I don't accidentally get glue where I don't want it. There we go. Okay, and then that is pretty much it, and I'll show you how I add it to the journal. I'm gonna just not look at that one page. I think I decided to put it in here. Okay, and I might actually do it so that that sort of sticks out a little bit. I like how that looks. So let me get everything in frame here. Okay, there we go. All right, so I am going to glue it down right on that edge so that this kind of hangs out like a tab. Okay, and I think this time I might make it a side tuck this way. So I need to add glue to the top and the bottom and this edge here. So that'll be the edge that goes against the edge of the page, right? So glue and glue and more glue. There we go. I think that's probably sufficient. And then again, I'm holding my hand inside so that the bottom is separate from the top so I don't accidentally glue it shut. And I'm just going to line that up with the edge of the page. And I just want to make sure that it glues down at the top and the bottom as well without gluing everything together. Like that. All right, so then once you glue that down, you might want to wait a second, but you can open this up and you can have a bag to add goodies to. Like in the swap journal, I added some vintage ephemera and things. So, and then it just folds up flat and you also have a tuck spot over here. I think it's super cute and it's a super easy way to create a lot of interest in your journals. I think it's fabulous, but remember, it wasn't my idea. Someone else is cleverer than I am. I just think it's amazing. So there we go. That's going to be it for this video. I think we will have one or two more videos. I have one more like how I did this kind of project for this journal, and then I might film like decorating and adding things to it. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. All right, guys, I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're staying safe and healthy. If you live anywhere near where I'm living, you might be snowed in which case, yeah, stay warm. All right, guys, I will talk to you in the next video. Take care. Bye.